Prince of Persia has been delayed once again. Final Fantasy XIV will be ending its 10 years storyline, and next Battlefield game is to be revealed this coming spring. Welcome everybody to a brand new video of Gamer Connect. My name is Game and Manners and you guys are watching top gaming news of this week. Let's go! Looks like Prince of Persia Sands of Time has been delayed once again. Earlier it was delayed from a January release to a March, but now they have been saying that they want to delay it once more, this time without mentioning a date. Now the obvious reason could be a lot of backlash that they received once they released the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake trailer. Also the gameplay demo that was shown along with that. A lot of people hated how the game looked, how the models looked, and how things are changed a little bit. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they want to, use more of their time. The initial delay from January to March was because of COVID reasons, because of course 2020 was full with that and 2021 is not getting any better. So one of those reasons can be in place as well because of COVID and things are not the same as it would be before 2020. So it's not only this game, it looks like a lot of other games might get some delays or might have slowed development process because of what's happening in the world right now. Prince of Persia Sands of Time was released back in 2003 and the remaster will be built using the Assassin's Creed engine and will include motion capture, new animations and more. Again, as usual, it's better to have more time than releasing it as quick as possible. We all know what happened with Cyberpunk. So here I am just hoping, just fingers crossed, that this game works well. Final Fantasy XIV announcement showcase happened last Saturday, which revealed that the next expansion is called Endwalker and is due this fall. But this time, it's gonna be different. The game director clearly mentioned that Endwalker marks a major milestone in the long-running story of Final Fantasy XIV, wrapping up the current arc spanning from a Realm Reborn, which came out in 2013, through Shadowbringers to its post-launch updates. Endwalker will be wrapping up the 10-year-long storyline. According to the director, beginning patch 6.1, it will mark the beginning of an entirely new adventure separate from Zodiac Hydaelyn saga. Moreover, this time, for the first time to be honest, players can go and visit their friends even though they're on a different data center, which means that you can play with your friends even though you're playing in a different region altogether. That is fantastic. Earlier, players on one server or one region cannot play with players on another region. That's what usually happens in all the MMOs. Few years ago, Square Enix did a world visit system that let players jump from servers to servers that were on the same data center. But now they're making it even more easier where players can jump from one data center to another data center, which means joining from one server in one region to another server in another region. Not enough details were mentioned, but one thing was mentioned from Yoshida, the director. He said that you might have to log out before switching, which was not the case with the world visit system. You can easily just switch servers because you were in the same region, and that's why you can easily switch between the one server. But this time around, you're going from one region to another region. So I think that's why they need you to log out, which could be a little bit annoying, but maybe they're gonna work things around here. Anyone here who plays Final Fantasy XIV? Well, if you are playing it, then let me know in the comments below what do you think about this expansion and what do you think about this new update that they will be bringing. Another disappointing news comes along, and that is Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 won't be coming out this year, probably next year. Activision said during their quarterly financial call that neither games are coming this year. This was sort of obvious that they cannot bring both the games this year, but I was sort of expecting that Overwatch 2 at least can come maybe by the end of 2021. Well, apparently it's not happening anymore. Diablo 4 will have 5 playable classes including the Barbarian, Sorceress and Druid. It has a big, broad skill tree and an overhauled itemization, and online shared worlds, and maybe most important of all, a much grimmer visual style than Diablo 3. Overwatch 2 on the other hand is more like an expansion to Overwatch because the game remains the same. All they have added is more story elements, more PvP action, and I guess one new multiplayer mode by the name Push. Apart from that, the game looks the same, although they will be using a new engine. Now speaking of other things that Activision brings, and what does Activision bring? Call of Duty. Yeah, because they can never stop doing that. And it's probably not a surprise that this year we will be getting a new Call of Duty, because for the last 11 years they have been bringing new Call of Duty every single year. I said that's a lot of games. So far, Call of Duty right now is having 16 titles, and they will be adding one more this year. Who knows what this game is all about, but one thing that we do know is Call of Duty Warzone will be continuing with the new Call of Duty as well. So they will be integrating this Warzone in the next Call of Duty the same way they integrated Warzone in Black Ops Cold War. Call of Duty Warzone without a doubt is one of the most celebrated battle royale of all time, and in my opinion is one of the best battle royale game of all time. In 2020 itself, Call of Duty Warzone was able to bring millions of players per month the entire year. I mean, just look at those stats. It's incredible. As far as what is coming up in Call of Duty, it is expected to be Modern Warfare 2, you know, the new 2, the new storyline. It is very confusing, Call of Duty. You need to fix that up. But some people even expected that the next Call of Duty could be the new Call of Duty Ghosts for some reason, even though I highly doubt that that's going to be the next game. We will have to wait and see what the next Call of Duty is going to come up, because usually they come up on November, which means they will be revealed sometime during E3. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is on its way with 3 amazing Mass Effect games, but the good news is that you don't need to upgrade your PC, as the game will run amazing in sort of low-end PCs. I mean, it is not exactly low-end PCs, but still it will be playable at least in a 1050 Ti graphics card. Although you will be needing 120GB hard disk space. I mean, come on, it's 3 games in one particular combination, so of course it's going to take a lot more space. The suggested minimum requirements are having an Intel i5-3750 or an AMD FX 8350 with 8GB RAM and a GTX 760 or Radeon 7970 GPU. It's fairly low, especially for the minimum requirements, so at least with my specs, that is 1050 Ti, I can at least have a low to medium settings to play the game at probably 1080p. The Legendary Edition isn't quite a remake, however a lot of things have changed, especially in Mass Effect 1, then 2 or 3. But the most important thing are the texture size increased, supporting 4K, touch-ups on lighting and visual effects and more. The game looks really beautiful but still runs in Unreal Engine 3, so the assets are gonna be same. However, texture and lighting are the things that have changed, which made the game look much more better. The Legendary Edition won't be cutting out any content, even the DLCs. They will include all the DLCs except one, that is the Pinnacle Station, because apparently the source code of that was corrupted, so they didn't want to make the whole thing from ground up, so they were very lazy on that, so they just kept it away. Also, Mass Effect 3 won't have multiplayer, which means any DLCs related to that multiplayer is not going to be there as well. All of this is amazing, but what about this modding community that every game usually has? And it makes the game even better, not only in terms of texture, maybe in terms of visuals and much more. Well, apparently BioWare is actually communicating with few of the members in the community to make sure that modding can be done. BioWare says that they have been in touch with the modding community to update everyone on the changes that will impact the mods and set the community up for success going forward. More on that will be talked about during the launch. But well, if you're wanting to play Mass Effect and haven't played it, well, I would say wait till May, because you will be getting the Legendary Edition and you will have a fun time with high textures, high graphics and an amazing storyline. We talked about Call of Duty a while ago. Now let's talk about its competition, Battlefield. It's been so long since a new Battlefield came out. Battlefield 5 was the last game which came out in 2018, and then of course it didn't sell that much. But they still bring some content updates to the game until last year, I believe, is when they stopped all the content updates. But now EA is confirming that there will be a new Battlefield and they will be revealing it this spring. EA's CEO Andrew Wilson said that this next Battlefield game will be revealed in the next coming months. He also said that this will be a game with never seen before scale. He also mentions that it will take full advantage of the next-gen platforms to bring massive and immersive battles to life with more players than ever before. With this, some people speculated that it could be a 128 versus 128 player system, because before it was 64 versus 64. They never went with like double the amount of numbers, 128 versus 128. And since they're talking about a lot of people in the game, I think that is what they are focusing on. Well, also if they're using the full advantage of the next gen consoles, well then there goes my PC, because 1050 Ti will definitely not be able to handle that game. I'll probably just play Call of Duty then, because Call of Duty still has much better optimization. You just cannot win there in terms of optimization, Battlefield. Nothing else was mentioned, but Andrew did say that he wants to make sure that they make a Battlefield game that fans wanna play. I hope he really means that and not just for the sake of saying it, because fans really need change. Let's see what EA will be able to build for the next Battlefield, because it will be filled with microtransactions or some content or some things that people will just won't like. But I still have a little bit of hope. It's very small, but it's still there. Akira Yamaoka, the well-known composer for the game of Silent Hill, recently came in an interview on a YouTube channel by the name AI Hub, which is now removed. It was an interview with Akira where the interviewer asked what's the next project, and Akira said that the next project will probably be teased during summer of this year. Nothing else was mentioned on what that project is, but he did say that it could be an announcement that fans will be happy about. He said that to the interviewer as well, that it's something that he will be happy with. And then the video was titled as Next Silent Hill ? New Silent Hill confirmed. It could be very much possible that the next Silent Hill is coming, because there has been rumors for the next Silent Hill since last year. I think around October it started out, and it's been going on and on and on. And all of these rumors has been declined, but it could be very much possible that this year they're bringing it. So far Silent Hill has been a part of Dead by Daylight in an event, and now it will be part of Deception, Monsters and Mortals in this month. If this is really happening, I would like to see where can they go with it. What type of game will they make for the next Silent Hill? Which again, I am not so much confident about this. I feel like I'm in very much doubt that this is actually happening. Akira is also the composer of The Medium, the latest horror game from Bloober team, and to be honest, this game is very well made. The music composed by Akira is so awesome, I literally had goosebumps. He said that Bloober wanted something similar to that of Silent Hill, so he took references and made it, and he really loves it. Well, what is your favorite Silent Hill game? Let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know someone who likes something else than Silent Hill 2. Even though I know that Silent Hill 2 is like the horror game, but I would still like to see if anybody likes the other Silent Hills as well. Well, there you go. This is what I wanted to talk about in this episode of Top Gaming News. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button. Helps us out a lot. Also comment down below whatever you thought about any of the news we just discussed. Any type of interaction is very helpful. You can either share this video on Facebook, WhatsApp, wherever you can with your friends. It will be really helpful for our channel. So share this video and help everybody know that we are a channel where providing gaming news and much more things about games, and help us reach around 20,000 subscribers. That'd be amazing. Well, my name is Gaming Madness, and I'll check you guys out next week. Until then, stay safe and keep on playing games and have fun.